All right, I'm going to be breaking down the sissy squat, and before I begin, I want to clarify that the name sissy squat doesn't come from some, macho BS in the fitness world. It's an abbreviation for a longer Greek name that has to do with the story of the person who had to, roll the huge stone up the hill and was in this, bent back position to make that happen. So anyways, just figured that might be helpful to clarify on the front end. This movement is excellent for ankle, knee, and hip health. As you perform the exercise, you will notice the different nuances inside of it, but with a broad view of the exercise, I would just take a look and think of it as awesome for ankle, knee, and hip health, mobility, and strength. So what we're doing is we're pushing the knees forward. We're intentionally getting the knees over the toes. And as we push the knees forward, notice my heels are coming off the floor. Now, for those of us who haven't spent a lot of time, developing movements where we're on the toes with knee flexion, there's going to be some tension through the quads. Now, you want to give yourself the perfect dose. So don't rush through any part of this movement, because over time, as you work this, you will be able to get lower more comfortably. But if you're noticing, oh gosh, my lower back doesn't quite have enough muscle to keep me in this, neutral position, right? Almost like we're trying to be in that kind of gymnastics hollow position, lots of tension through the abs. If you're noticing you don't have the strength and you're doing more of a matrix thing, stop before it gets too ridiculous and all of a sudden you're putting pressure on your back because you're in hip extension and spinal extension, right? So anyways, the rep is pushing the knees forward. I'm staying in this nice position with my back. It might be helpful to put the hands forward. It might be helpful to put them at your sides. That's for you to decide. And once you get to your end range, you stand up. Now, notice I'm barefoot, right? So there is a toe extension aspect to this movement in the way I'm doing it right now. If you have sneakers on, it might help you promote a bigger end range. So it's up to you to decide how you want to do this, and ultimately it depends on your program, who's coaching you, as to how you want to execute this. But again, because I feel like I haven't demoed it fully, knees come forward, we're on our toes, we're leaning back, there's a counterbalance aspect. Okay, this feels like my end range right here, hold it for a second, and now I'm up. All right, so don't judge yourself as to where you go or where your end range is. If it's here, that's totally fine, right? If you've got this programmed well in a session, you'll notice that the first set is definitely going to look different than the last set, because you're going to get more comfortable with the counterbalance. You're going to get more comfortable as far as body awareness with that, with that aspect of the movement, and ultimately you'll be figuring out those ways to create great tension, hold the bottom position a little bit better, which just by holding the end range, you'll find that you will naturally sink a little bit deeper. So this is one that's, again, excellent for ankle, knee, hip health, but it's going to develop some really cool strength as well, just because of the nature of the exercise of the eccentrics and the concentrics. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there before I start babbling. Have fun implementing this into your fitness routine, and just have fun with the exercise in general.